Belle's dealing with some weird glitch in her eyes, making the HDD system act up. Nicole slides into the DMs about a competition called Hollow Champion, which is apparently a huge deal with a massive prize pool. It sounds intense, but the crew is considering joining the fray. After a test run to fix her eyes goes wrong, Belle realizes the issue is serious. The redundant data is causing strain, and the only short-term fix is to isolate it, which could cause fatigue and dizziness. The long-term effects are a total mystery, which is low-key terrifying. The team decides to turn down Nicole's offer for the competition to focus on Belle's health. Just then, a mysterious and intense woman named Norma from the Marcelle Group shows up at the video store, demanding to speak with them about something very important, raising all sorts of red flags. Norma's superior, Valina, finally arrives and they spill the tea. They are looking for a missing batch of a super rare material called flint porcelain. They have reason to believe it might be connected to the creator's vessel from a previous, highly classified mission, which is a major reveal. Belle has a major realization when she touches the porcelain pendant Valina has. It actually eases the weird symptoms in her eyes. Valina, picking up on the vibe, lets them borrow the pendant. This is a game changer, giving them a solid clue on how to fix Belle's problem for good. The crew discovers that one of the grand prizes for the Hollow Champion competition is a flint porcelain W engine. It's like the universe is sending them a sign. The plan is officially set. They have to enter the competition and win that engine no matter what it takes. The team links up with Nicole and Billy to officially join their crew, the Cunning Hares, for the competition. It's a strategic move, combining Belle's top-tier proxy skills with their established team. The goal is clear: get that W engine for Belle, and everyone is all in. While registering for the competition, things get a little strange. The process is almost too simple, with no real identity checks. The organizers explain it's to give new talent a chance to shine, but it feels like a major security flaw that could totally be exploited later on. The organizers introduce the Ethereal Card, a device that tracks points and provides navigation data. They drop a major rule. If your card gets destroyed, you're disqualified, and your points are wiped. This adds a whole new layer of risk to an already intense competition. Belle gets a closer look at the porcelain W engine, and just being near it makes her eyes feel better. This confirms how important it is for her to win. The engine's description is super technical, talking about stabilizing potent ether, which makes her wonder about its effects. While checking out the prize, Belle meets another contestant named Romeul. They have a surprisingly chill conversation about their goals and fighting game characters, of all things. Romeul seems pretty observant, picking up on Belle's intense interest in the W engine, but the vibe is more friendly rivalry than hostile. The rules of the Hollow Champion are laid out. It's a competitive hunt where teams take down ethereals to score points. The whole thing is set up like a massive game, with point values assigned to different targets. The main rule? Don't take out your own teammates, obviously. Hi there. If you want to enjoy more gaming lore without grinding for 60 hours, hit that subscribe button. I do the grinding so you don't have to. Your support really helps the channel. On the morning of the competition, Wise reveals he's temporarily disabled part of his own HDD connection to reduce the strain on Belle's system. This means Belle has to handle being the proxy all on her own for this high-stakes event, adding even more pressure to her performance. The team's plan hits a major snag when Nicole gets taken out by a wild combo of an upset stomach, debt collectors, and a broken pinky toe. Just as they're a member short, Cissia, a special agent, literally breaks into Belle's room and declares she's joining the team. Cissia's backstory is a whole mood. She missed the registration because she thought her special agent status meant she could skip the fees. With Nicole out, she reluctantly agrees to impersonate her and compete under the name Nicole Dira of the Cunning Hares, which is just as chaotic as it sounds. The competition officially kicks off, and the pressure is on. Belle is feeling the weight of everything, from her eye condition to the need for the W engine. Wise reminds her to prioritize her safety, but Belle is determined to secure the prize and solve her problem once and for all. While navigating the hollow, the team hits what looks like a dead end caused by spatial fractures. Belle, with Fairy's help, figures out they can use ether disruptors to repair the paths. This showcases her skills as a proxy, proving she can overcome unexpected obstacles. The team is crushing it, racking up a ton of points thanks to Belle's navigation. Cissia is already planning her acceptance speech, fully embracing her role as Boss Nicole. The dynamic is chaotic but effective, and their high score puts them in a strong position early on. The organizers drop a mid-competition update, releasing new carrots that supposedly mark high-point ethereal areas. The whole thing feels super suspicious to Belle, who thinks it could be a bug or, worse, a trap. The team has to decide whether to risk it or play it safe. The team decides they can't just ignore the suspicious carrots, as it could endanger other contestants. They realize the most important thing is to find a data pile and verify the new navigation route. It's a risky move, but Belle feels a responsibility to protect everyone in the hollow. Following a trail, the team finds another group of contestants being attacked by a mercenary. Billy, channeling his inner Starlight Knight, jumps in to save them. It's a classic hero moment that shows the team's commitment to doing the right thing, even when it's not part of the competition. Belle decides to investigate the data piles that supplied the faulty carrots, believing there's a good chance they'll run into more danger. Billy volunteers to escort the injured contestants to safety, leaving Belle and Cissia to continue the investigation on their own, splitting up the party. Belle hacks into a data pile and, with Fairy's help, confirms the new carrots are rigged. A hidden program is altering the navigation, leading unsuspecting contestants into a trap. This confirms their suspicions and raises the stakes as they realize a mastermind is behind it all. Realizing the danger everyone is in, Belle decides to use the data pile to broadcast the safe, correct route to every contestant's ethereal card. It's a massive move that makes her the proxy for everyone in the competition, but it puts a huge strain on her already fragile eye condition. Cissia gets real and confronts Belle about taking so many risks. She's worried that Belle is pushing herself too hard for people who don't even appreciate it. It's a moment of genuine concern, showing that underneath her chaotic exterior, Cissia really cares about Belle's well-being and their promise to get home safe. Following the corrupted route, they find a chilling sight: ethereals that are completely frozen, with feathers stuck in their cores. Cissia reveals these are faded ethereals from a secret mission she's on. This connects the competition's Sabotage to a much larger, more mysterious threat. As they get closer to the end of the corrupted route, they detect high-energy fluctuations, a sign that they're approaching the Mastermind's trap. The tension is building as they prepare to confront whoever is behind the chaos, knowing they are walking into a seriously dangerous situation. They finally find the Mastermind, and it's Romeul, the contestant Belle met earlier. He's turned the area into his personal slaughterhouse, revealing he's been turning other contestants into ethereals to score points. The friendly rival vibe is officially dead, and he's now their main antagonist. Just as Romeul is about to attack, the event organizers show up, having been tipped off by Wise and Billy. They announce the competition is suspended. It turns out Wise had been recording everything, providing the organizers with the evidence they needed to intervene. Teamwork makes the dream work. Outside the Hollow, the team is praised for their heroic actions. The organizers reveal they're investigating Romeul and the data breach, but they don't suspect their sponsor, Tops, is involved. The situation seems contained, but the mystery of who hired Romeul is still unsolved. In a holding area, Romeul is confronted by another sweeper from his past, a woman named Promea. The tension is thick, hinting at a deep and violent history between them. Promea taunts him, making it clear that whatever shady business he's into, she's now involved too. Promea, representing an organization called Krampus, takes over the investigation, claiming it involves classified intel from Tops. Cissia sees her and completely panics, revealing they have a history. It's clear that Promea is a major player, and her appearance makes everything way more complicated and dangerous. Back home, the crew debriefs on the chaotic events. The competition is suspended, and the Porcelloy W engine is still out of reach. Belle is feeling the physical and mental toll of the day's events, especially after overusing her eyes to save the other contestants from the trap. Cissia confronts Belle, wanting to know why she didn't just run when things got dangerous. This leads to Cissia opening up about her traumatic past in the Outer Ring, where she had a terrifying run-in with the Sweepers, Promea, and Romeul, who were known for cleaning out anyone in their way. Cissia tells the story of how she barely survived an encounter with Promea and Romeul. She was starving and tried to scavenge a place they had cleaned, only to witness their brutality firsthand. This experience left her terrified of them, explaining why she panicked when she saw Promea earlier. Belle has a deeply unsettling nightmare about a ruined world where she's all alone, and a strange golden substance is corrupting her hand. She wakes up in her brother's room with no memory of how she got there, feeling restless and disturbed by the vividness and strange familiarity of the dream. Trying to clear her head, Belle runs into Romeul on 6th Street late at night. They have another cryptic but surprisingly chill chat about old arcade games. Romeul reveals she's also after the W engine, officially making them direct competitors for the prize they both seem to desperately need. Romeul's ethereal card is broken because she tried to use an old-school video game cheat code on it, which is a wild move. Belle, being a tech expert, manages to fix it for her. This strange act of kindness between competitors adds another layer to their weird, unpredictable relationship. As they part ways, Romeul thanks Belle by offering to deal with her nightmare in the future, a super ominous and cryptic statement. She also warns Belle to be careful of suspicious characters trying to creep up on her, which feels like some serious foreshadowing for what's to come. Cissia finds Belle and, after securing a limited edition pudding as payment, gets Belle to finally open up. Belle explains that her ocular implant is failing, and the porcelain from the W engine is the only thing that seems to help her symptoms, making winning the prize a life-or-death situation. After hearing Belle's story, Cissia makes a plan. She's not going to let Belle risk her health by overusing her eye powers. She declares that she'll use her own snake siren abilities to help with navigation, promising to stick with Belle through the mess, as long as staying alive remains the top priority. In a dark room, a mysterious figure berates Romeul over a video call for his brutal and sloppy handling of the mission. Romeul was supposed to thin the herd of contestants, not go on a public killing spree. He's been cut loose by his employers, and they're arranging an escape route that he suspects is a trap. The next morning, Commissioner Ciarian calls and gets straight to the point. He knows Cissia is working with Belle and reveals their target is the creator of the Faded Ethereals, who has infiltrated the competition. He gives them his blessing to work together to secure the prize and find the culprit. The situation takes a wild turn when Ciarian announces that all the competition prizes have been stolen. They watch a video released by none other than Romeul, who has escaped custody. He declares that he's scattering the prizes in the hollow, starting a new, lawless free-for-all. With the porcelain W engine now scattered in a chaotic, lawless hollow, the team has to act fast. Belle insists on going, and Cissia agrees to help, using her tracking skills. Wise arranges for backup from Billy and the Sons of Kaladin, and they all prepare to dive back into the madness. The team enters the hollow and meets up with their backup. The place is a mess, filled with opportunists and defeated criminals. They learn from some of the downed thugs that they were hired by Romeul to stir up trouble, but they were all taken out by a mysterious, strong, pink-haired girl. The team quickly realizes the pink-haired girl who took down the criminals was Romeul. They check the prize box for the W engine, only to find it's already gone. They deduce that Romeul must have snatched the engine before Romeul even arrived. Using the other prizes as a smokescreen, Cissia uses her ability to read the residual ether on the empty prize box and finds two different trails, one belonging to Romeul and one to Romeul. To cover more ground, the team splits up. Billy and the Sons of Kaladin take one route, while Belle and Cissia take the other. Belle and Cissia's route is seemingly blocked by a trio of wanted criminals guarding more of the scattered prizes. It looks like a dead end, and Cissia is not feeling confident about taking on 3 opponents at once. They're forced to find another way around to avoid a risky fight. Thinking on her feet, Belle comes up with a brilliant bluff. She presents Cissia as a ruthless public security officer who has already taken down their more dangerous allies. Using a photo Cissia took earlier as evidence, they intimidate the criminals into surrendering without a single punch thrown. After their successful bluff, Belle and Cissia continue their search. The vibe of the area is super creepy, filled with nothing but the faded ethereals. This confirms that one of their 2 targets, either Romeul or Romeul, is directly connected to the mysterious fading phenomenon. While Belle examines the faded ethereals, Cissia has a moment of self-reflection. She admits that helping people and being seen as a hero actually felt good. It's the first time she's felt like a real public security officer, and she thanks Belle for helping her see that. Their investigation is violently interrupted by Promea. A tense fight breaks out, with Promea revealing that she and her organization, Krampus, are also investigating the faded ethereals, which she claims are connected to the corporation TOPS. The situation is escalating way beyond a simple competition. Just as the fight is about to get serious, Promea receives new orders and suddenly stands down. She apologizes for her rashness and leaves, but not before giving Cissia a cryptic look. Her sudden departure is weird, but it gives the team a chance to escape and regroup. Both teams, following their separate paths, end up at different fissures. They realize that the two routes are about to merge. This is good news, as it means they'll be able to regroup and face whatever comes next with their full strength. But it also means both their targets are close. The team finally corners Romeul. He's furious that they managed to track him down and mocks them for wanting the little trinket he stole. The tension is at its peak as they prepare for the final confrontation to get the W engine back and find out what he knows. Romeul reveals he was just a pawn in a much bigger plan orchestrated by his former higher-ups. He doesn't know the full details, but he figured out that the Porcelloy W engine wasn't just a prize, it was the real bait and the key to the entire operation, which is why he stole it. A massive battle breaks out between the team and a powered-up Romeul. It's an intense, all-out fight as they throw everything they have at him to take him down. This is the climactic showdown they've been building towards, with the fate of the W engine hanging in the balance. After a grueling fight, the team finally defeats Romeul. But just as they reach for the W engine, Ramiel appears out of nowhere. In a shocking twist, she snatches the engine, apologizes, and says she needs it to take back what's hers before vanishing, leaving everyone stunned. The aftermath is a bummer. The competition is over, Romeul is in custody, but Ramiel has escaped with the W engine. Belle is left to deal with the fact that her only hope for a cure is gone. The whole adventure ended with them losing the one thing they fought so hard for. The crew gets an update from Cissia. The identity of Ramiel was completely fabricated. She's a ghost with no real records. Despite the setback, Cissia, now with a newfound sense of purpose, is ready to help track her down, setting up the next chapter of their adventure. In a final scene, it's revealed that someone was predicting the outcome of these events. This person confirms that she, likely Ramiel, did exactly what they expected. Their new objective is to stop her before she can return to a place called Rose Kafer, hinting at a much larger conspiracy. Gaming lore is long and confusing, but I break it down every week. Subscribe so you never miss a plot twist or hidden detail. Thanks for watching.